Hello everybody, and welcome to another tutorial in camera and lens repair. And this time I will take my old Leitz FOCOTAR, and it's a 4.5 aperture, and it's a 50mm. It's an enlarger lens, which is in quite good shape. I mean, it looks like, but there's a lot of dust and dirt in here, so I would like to clean it with some Zippo lighter fluid, or maybe hydrogen peroxide, 3%. Well, I don't know if it will work, but let's have a look. Now, let's see how it looks through it with a torch. And there is actually a lot of dirt, gunk and haze, and yeah, so it needs some cleaning. But how to do it? Well, I already have been in the lens and just see how it looks, and then I will just show how to do it. So we need some tools, a lens sucker. This is a tiny one, a set of something like 8 or so, from a company called Nordson. I don't know if you can get it anymore, but well, there are some others. We need some of those rubber tools, different shapes and size, and we also need the famous rubber cone from Japan Hobby Tool, a piece of wood, a tweezer, a good tweezer, and the a lens blower. This is the one with the filter on, which is extremely good. So and of course an old compass lens tool. This is what I'm using, but well, other could use another one. And we also need some lens wipes, and I use the peg pad, and I cut them into a smaller size. I mean, there is no need for using a whole wipe. Instead of, one can cut it into 4 pieces and use it for smaller lenses, just like in this lens. So let's go ahead and take it apart, and we could actually start with the back lens group, and I will use my rubber cone here, and I will use the number 3. Yeah, it actually fits really good. So I mean, use them as a set 1, 2, 3, because then it's more rigid, so it's easier to actually make a good pressure on it, and then turn it counterclockwise. So we will do so. And now it's free, and then I can just unscrew it gently. So, and there it is. And then we have the aperture, which looks like something here. Now let's go into it, and it seems actually very good, but I need to go further into the 2 lens element which sits here. There is one retaining ring here, one notch here and notch there, and you maybe can see there is also another retaining ring under it, which hold the next lens element in place. Now I use my my old compass here to just loosen it. Sometimes yeah, they use some thread lock on the thread to actually lock the retaining ring, but it's not the case here, so I can just unscrew it, loosen it gently, and so it is free, and then I should be able to just unscrew it. So, and then it's free. So to get it easier, I can just pop the lens in my hand, turn it over, and if it will not come out, one could just give it a little a light touch with a pen or something. So this is the back lens group, which looks like this. The convex part of the lens, it's towards the back, it will say towards the retaining ring here. And the flat side, of course, is towards the front. It will say something like this. Now, let's see how it looks with the help from a torch. Well, a lot of dirt and dust on both sides. There could be some fungus or maybe not. Well, let's see. I will do the back first here, and because then it will be easier to actually put it, do the other side and then be ready to put it in. But I will not do it yet. Just put it on here and take out the next lens element, which is smaller. And there is also a retaining ring that holds it. So let's see. So there, and then turn it. Yeah, it's free. And then unscrew it. So there. And then use a one of the rubber thingy to hold the lens and the retaining ring. So just put it on here, flip it over, and let it fall in your hand. And then it looks like this. So it seems in pretty good shape. And then we have the small lens in here, which look like something here. So the convex part is towards the back, we'll say towards the retaining ring, and the concave is actually towards the inside here of the mount. So let's do it first. I will do the outside first, and hopefully it can go. I just need a better stand, and those rubber tools is really good for that. So, and now we'll just take a look how it actually looks with the help from a torch. There's something on it. Yeah, don't know yet what it is, but we'll use a tiny, a small of those, and simply use a tiny drop of lighter fluid. So there, and you have to make the wipe wet and then gently move around, and then it looks much better. Now let's just do the inside. And for that I will use a small cotton bud, because it will make it easier to come, because the concave part is deeper. So something like that. Well, not so deep. And let's see how it goes. And sometimes it's good to make another go. To see if it can be any better. Yeah, I think it's okay. Well, I will do another go. I mean, there could be some fungus in there, which I actually think it is. But let's see if we do another go. Sometimes it can be a little difficult to clean small lenses. Wow, it's actually much better, so that's fine. And I can just put it away and put it in the mount, so, and actually just put it in, which I will do. Flip it over and then use the lens spinner to hopefully get the retaining ring into place. There. And don't tighten it yet, because if there's sitting something tiny hair or so on the side of the retaining ring, well, that could be something. But then I can just screw it in and say that's fine. Gently tighten it. So that's all. And now I can take the very back lens, which is something like that, and see how good was it. Well, not really good. A lot of dirt. So I'll just do the outside first and then the inside after, and just have to have a good stand. Maybe I can use this one or this one. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Oh, so that's fine. And use the last corner here, which I haven't used yet, of this wipe. And gently move around. Probably need to have another go but yeah, there's something on the edge, I mean on the side, so I will just use another one. Sometimes it's best to do it two or three times depending on how dirty it is. And move around. So there. Yeah, it helped. And then the okay, let's see if it can go this one here, maybe. Yeah, it looks like it's fine. And so there, not too much, and have a very light pressure. And another go. So there. And how does it look? Well, it helps a lot. It looks more clean and nice. So I can just put it in again and say that's all fine for this. I mean, to me it seems to be okay. Where do we have something I can put it on? This one also looks fine. Flip it over. And one have to be very careful when putting in this lens, because you need to press a little on the I mean, not really press, but use a rubber not rubber, a wooden tool, just like this one, to gently lift it into and press it into place. It will fall in by itself, so there's no problem. So there, and then I can just use my tool here. So there. There is something that might be better, but I mean, to me it looks much better than it was. So next, the front part, which also have some lens element, and we need to to unscrew the retaining ring, the front retaining ring, which is a notch here and a notch there. So I'll just loosen it and then use my rubber tool to unscrew it. So there. It could be that they have used some thread lock in this. So let's just have a look through it. Yeah, it's really, really dirty. Now, and here, so, and then I will just use my rubber tool, hopefully, and yeah, it's free, and then flip it over and let the lens come on, it was not fully free. And then use a pen or something, and it will fall into your hand. Now, then it should be possible to actually, there's some dirt. So I'll just clean the outside first. I mean the front here. And it actually looks like this when you put it in. So we'll say the retaining ring is something like that. Now make a cleaning and just use another side here, and hopefully it can be much cleaner than it was. So there. Well, a lot of good things happen, but I will just do another go and see if it can be even better. So there. And so, and out. Yeah, it turned out to be better, but how good is it actually? Well, I mean the front looks actually pretty good, but I think it's more on the inside. It will say the concave part of the lens, it will say here. So let's see how good it will be. If it's possible. And another wipe here. So, and it looks like there was some haze in here. So let's and out. Oh yeah, but I will give it another go, because it if it not comes off the first time, well, we'll do it next time. So, but how good is it? Well, could be there's something on, but where is it? Is it on the front? It is on the front. It looks like it's some haze or so. So I will just use some hydrogen peroxide, 3%, and see if it's possible to make it better than with the lighter fluid. But sometimes it's not easy to actually see if it can come off or so. But just a little amount, and we'll just try. And oh, so, and how does it look now? Okay, well, what can one say? There's still something on here, and it may be on the, it looks like it's more on the front, but it's definitely better than it was. So I can just try again, especially on the edge, not so much on the in the middle of the lens element, but it's better, yeah. So what to do next? I think I will just use a big one. Because sometimes it's better to when using some hydrogen peroxide on both sides. I think I will just do it in that way. And do it both sides. And I think it will be good. Now use some lighter fluid here. Where did it go? Here. And just try it on the other side. Wow. I mean, it looks so much better, but is it so? Oh yeah. There's some dirt, I mean some dust in here, so I can just blow it away. But absolutely much better. So, it works. Pretty good. So we will just put it aside. Cover it with a piece of glass. And then I can continue with the next lens element, and also use my lens compass tool there, and yeah, things should happen. I haven't adjusted correct. It's so tight. Well, things happen, and maybe one would say, yeah, it will not happen with a real tool. Yeah, maybe. I mean, no one is perfect. But it's easy to cover it with some black paint. So the lens will come out. Well, things happen now and then. You see, the retaining ring is one, and there is a spacer between it, and it's also kind of convex, so it has the same shape as the convex lens. So be aware of that. Now, let's see how this lens actually look. Whoa. Well, I would like to say it's haze, a lot of haze, but there could also be other issue, since this is a cemented lens put together with some maybe Canada balsam or so. So I don't know how good it will be, but let's try. I will just use some hydrogen peroxide to see how good it will be. And hopefully it will work. So there. Now, okay, we look before, and there was there was more, but I think it's more on the back side of this lens group. So let's see how good it will go. Maybe I should have used made the inside first, of course. But so I will just use some hydrogen peroxide, and not too much, because the ink that is around here is sometimes, if there is too much on of hydrogen peroxide, it can damage the black ink. Now, okay, there is still something. I didn't get it on, but I will just try again and give it another go. And how good will it be? Well, there was some dust, some dust on the rubber tool, but I mean, to me it looks like it's there's a huge change. So I will just clean it with some lighter fluid. And I will do the inside first. Haha. So, and where is a tiny thingy here? And let's see. How good. Oh. There's some dust here. Oh, wait. Yeah, that helped a lot. And then the front, which I will do the same with. So that's it. Now, what a difference. What a difference. This is absolutely amazing. How good it can be. So I will just put it back in again and say, yeah, I scratched a little retaining ring, yeah. As long as I didn't scratch the lens element, yeah, that's fine with me. It could be worse, a lot more. Let's see, can this one go in here? Nah. Yeah. And then put it in. Flip it over. And then use my tool again and hopefully not scratch anything. Well, there's my thread. The notches is not that deep, so it's even, I think even with a normal tool it would be an issue. So there, and that's it. And I will just cover it with a little black ink. So that's fine. And now, wow, damage the lens. No, not the lens, but the retaining ring. And then the next lens element come in, and everything, I mean, sometimes they just come in a small tiny hair. Put it on, and hopefully flip it over. Yeah, it looks really much better. I just want to see if the lens element is sitting correct, or maybe corrected with a wooden tool, as you can see here. Yeah, and everything looks fine. And then the retaining ring comes in. So, and hopefully it's possible. Oh, maybe better to use this one just to find this red, and it works. But So, and then I can just screw it in with my really bad tool. Yeah. I have not yet scratched a lens element with this tool. So now it's there, and I'll just put the back lens group here, put it in, and say that's all fine. And that's it. Use this one and this one and this one to have a better grip on it. So, but how does it actually look? There could be some dust in here, but I mean, it's so much more clear than it was. So, wow, that's really fine. I mean, it turned out, even with a little scratch in here, I know, but no one is perfect. It could happen for anybody, even professionals that have been working with the correct tool, but it actually turned out to be really good. So hope you can use the info about this lens. So that's all for me. Bye bye.